So happy Mother's Day, everyone. Great Sunday. Lots of good foods, and Spurs lost. So I definitely am loving this Sunday. But yeah, 2-1 victory for Liverpool. Just looking at some of the goals, we've got Roberto Firmino, 16th minute, and then Lucas Moura scores for Tottenham. But my God, Alderweireld on goal, 90th minute. I mean, the definition of actually being Spursy was what we just saw today. And Alderweireld proved that. And Spurs had a chance to, for me, if they had gotten a point out of this game, because I think towards the end of the season, every point is going to count. For them to be able to get a point against Liverpool away at Anfield would have actually been really big. But unfortunately they didn't. And hey, great for the rest of us, right? So getting back to the main event, the team I'm really here to talk about, that's Arsenal, right? And just some kind of interesting news before the game tomorrow against Newcastle. And some stuff came up that I really wanted to really take a look at, and part of that was to do with Unai Emery considering a contract offer for Danny Welbeck despite ankle injury. Like, really? Are you serious? Danny Welbeck? Nah. It said here in the Independent, it's revealed by Unai Emery and Arsenal that Arsenal will consider handing Danny Welbeck a new contract, with the striker on course to return to training before season's end. Like, I can't even believe I'm hearing this. This guy's been injured since November. He struggles to score up to 10 goals a season. I think he's only ever scored more than 10 once at Arsenal, and I think he scored 11. And throughout his whole career, this is a guy who's scored more than 10 goals, I believe, 3 or 4 times. And I think the most was when he was on loan at Sunderland when he was like 18 or 19 years old. Like, Danny Welbeck has consistently showed that he's not a striker. He could do a job at left wing or right wing, but, and this is a big but, the position that we want Danny Welbeck to be in, a backup, let's say backup striker or a backup winger, that is a position that should be primarily reserved for Eddie Nketiah or for any young striker coming through. We took a whole bunch of young guys to Dubai to see what they can do. I believe his name is John Jules. He scored out there, who I thought played really well. I was just seeing some of the highlights. Real cool and calm finish. So to offer Danny Welbeck a new contract at this stage when his contract's about to run out, I think it's completely and absolutely ridiculous. Unless it's one of those situations where Arsenal know there's interest in him and they want to be able to sign him up and then sell him on, which wouldn't actually be that bad. So I'd say if Arsenal do decide to do something like that, that'd be good. But to sign him up just to then keep him, nah, I think that'd be a terrible move. And then one of the other thing is, we actually signed a player. Obviously this won't officially go through until June 1st, I believe, but Gabriel Martinelli, supposedly we beat 25 clubs in order to sign this guy. He's going to be the next signing in the Unai Emery era. He's 17 years old, plays in Brazil for I can't pronounce this very well, but to Itano. He scored 10 goals in 31 games this season, which isn't that bad. I'm no expert in the Brazilian league, so I'm not sure how competitive that is, or where it compares in relation to the Premier League. But you know what, 17 years old, I mean, he's not going to come in straight away unless he's the next Lionel Messi. But yeah, not a bad signing. Let's see what he can do. We don't have that good of a track record with a lot of kind of young South American players. So I'm interested to see what happens. We tend to buy them and then let them go, and then they flourish, i.e. Carlos Vela. So let's see what happens. But get into the game on Monday, which as a season ticket holder I'll be going to. So that should be a lot of fun. Sitting above the away fans, and hey, I love the Newcastle fans, the Geordies. Lots of passion, lots of pride from them. But it will be a close game, and I do think it's going to be a 2-1 finish for Arsenal. I think it'll be very, very tough. They're going to be defensively solid with everything. And then their new signing, Almiron, who is a player that we so far we're looking at, a few months back. And let me just pull up some stats on this guy from what he's done so far this season at Newcastle, because I'm pretty sure he's got a couple of assists here so far. So he's valued at about 18 million already. Okay, so he hasn't done anything substantial yet for Newcastle, but you know, all the talks around him is that he looks really good. He's played about 6 games so far, no assists, no goals just yet, but already he's gone up in value quite a bit. So he's probably their danger man, along with our Rondon, and a big strong centre forward like him against some of our defenders might be a bit of an issue. But you know, we've got Socrates and we've got Koscielny being the best partnership, so let's see what really happens there. But yeah, I think this has been a very good Sunday for us. Even though that we haven't played a game, Spurs drop points, and all we really have to do is get 3 points out of this game. I think that's kind of the most important thing for us, is to get that 3 points. Once we get that 3 points, we can move on to the next game and get another 3 points, so on and so forth. And then the most difficult part will be next week at home to Napoli, who beat Roma 4-1 today, which was very surprising. You know, Napoli are a top side, so for them to kind of brush them aside like that with a 4-1 victory is it's really showing their quality. So let's see what happens. But for now, you guys take care, and I will see you till next time. Peace.